Hey, what's up, guys? Gonna be doing a movie review today, and that is Back to the Future Part 3. It's a final installment in the series, and it's a film that I think people like it a little bit more than the second film. Some people enjoy the first two films, and they don't particularly find this one as enjoyable as the other two films, but for me, Back to the Future, it's like a complete film with one, two, and three. You need the other films, part two and three, to complete the entire film. To me, it's just one giant film, just broken up into parts. Because it's always, to be continued or to be concluded. It's to me, it's just one big giant film, just broken up into parts. So I don't really like comparing them, to be honest. I mean, obviously the first film's the best one. Two, it's fun, crazy, not as good. Three, it reminds me more of the first film. It's a little more not as wacky and crazy as the second film is. And it tries to have, some heart to it with Doc Brown finding a love interest in 1885, I should say. And yeah, it's just Doc Brown gets stuck in the past in 1885, and Marty McFly has to go back and try to save him from getting killed by Mad Dog. What's his name? Mad Dog. I can't remember his last name, but it's Biff's uh, relative. But yeah, it's one of those kind of movies that doesn't really, it's not as complicated as the other two films. There's a lot going on, a lot of adventure and action, and a lot of, a rich storyline. This one, it's more, I would say, less spectacle, maybe just more. I don't know. It's like a film that, it's at its end. Basically, it's a film that, it's coming to an end, and it's trying to wrap everything up in one movie. So it's no easy task, you know. Third time around, and they're trying to prevent something from happening. Doc Brown gets killed by Mad Dog. Uh, Tannum, is that his name is? And it so happens the events turn and change where it ends up being Marty who gets killed because there's like a gun shootout. And, there's no gasoline in 1885, and so they have to find a way to get the DeLorean to go 88 miles per hour so Marty can go back to 1985. And he's trying to bring Doc Brown with him, and Doc Brown's love interest, Claire, he wants to end things with her, but at the same time he's kind of conflicted. Towards the end, he's like, well, maybe we should bring her with us. But he just, it basically it ends on a very, good note. Basically, your future is what you make of it. So make it a good one. I like the message, you know, and all these films have a good message. And there's not really a lot to say about the film. It's very entertaining. I like the western, setting. The Wild Wild West. And them dressed up as cowboys, and it's fun. You know, but it feels kind of routine a little bit. It feels like they're kind of repeating themselves more here, and at the same time, it's a satisfying sequel. It's a it's a it's a satisfying conclusion. You know, it's a film that I think it ends well. It's satisfying ending to the series, and I'm glad they didn't make a Back to the Future Part 4 or try to milk this franchise as much as possible, because they don't need to. They had a cartoon that came out later on, a few years after this, Back to the Future, the animated series, which, they've done comic books, they've done all kinds of stuff, but they don't need to make films, and they don't need to be making a remake or rebooting it. I mean, as much as I would like to see a new adventure with them in it, these two actors, Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, playing Marty McFly and Doc Brown, I'd like to see more of them. But at the same time, I think it ends well, and they don't need to. Some franchises don't need to continue, and this is one of them. I think it ended well. So yeah, there's not a lot to say about Back to the Future Part 3. It's just a really, it's a fun movie. It's entertaining, but it's a film that I wouldn't say is as good as the first two films, but it's still enjoyable. I still enjoy watching it. It's still exciting to watch. So it's not a film that I could say I dislike it, or it's a film that's it's fine on its own. If you don't compare it to the other two films, it's a good send off for the characters. But this is just a book I have here. It's pretty cool. This is just a book here. I'm just going to show you. Back to the Future, The Ultimate Visual History. Really cool book. Photograph of Doc Brown and Marty McFly. I like this book. This is really nice. Buford Tanning, that's what his name is, but people call him Mad Dog. He doesn't like it when they call him Mad Dog. I hate it. You hear? Nobody calls me Mad Dog. Yeah. Got the letter that Doc Brown wrote to Marty. And he was in 1885 to tell him that he was still alive and well. Some pretty cool photographs here. You can tell the guy that replaced Crispin Glover. Yeah, he looks nothing like him. Back to the Future Part 3. Pretty cool. But yeah, this is a really nice book if you've never seen this before. This has a lot of stuff in here. Back to the Future Part 2 and the first film covers a lot of stuff, even the Back to the Future the ride, and Biff on the $1 bill. It's pretty cool. A lot of nice stuff in this book. Well, this is the letter that Marty gave to Doc. He says, do not open it until 1985. That's when he told him that Doc is going to get shot. From Strickland. Slacker. He gave him a tardy slip. Even had the tardy slip in here. Save the Clock Tower. It's a really nice book. It's got a lot of information here. The flux capacitor. Blast from the past, the receipt. This is pretty cool. Erased from existence. Shows his brother, his sister, and then they erase. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool book. Definitely worth picking up if you're a big fan. Back to the Future. The DeLorean. Lift the door is open. Pretty cool. And Back to the Future, Marty McFly Funko Pop from the first film. This is Back to the Future 2, Marty McFly on a hoverboard. Pretty cool. And this is Doc Brown. What's cool about this came from a game. It's like a board game. It's like Funkoverse strategy game that you can play, which is pretty cool. It's like a board game. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Back to the Future. It's a pretty cool series. And I always try to collect some memorabilia from Back to the Future when I can. But anyways, yeah, this is my movie review of Back to the Future Part 3. Really good sequel and a great conclusion to the series. And this is also my collection. It's like a kind of a review and a collection video as well. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this movie review and collection, and I hope you guys have a good day. Take it easy.